Hey, I wanted to share with you a dream that I had early this morning. In the dream, I was at some kind of public place and I had come out of or around a building. And then as I came out of and around this building, then I could see the sky and I could see this big open space where there were a lot of people, kind of like a park or some place, some public place where people gathered. And I don't know if it was for an event or if it was just a place to go and hang out outside, but came around the building, saw the outside, and immediately was completely enraptured by a sky full of rainbows. And at first, I thought, oh, look, double rainbows, but it wasn't double rainbows. It was suddenly more than just double rainbows. There were many rainbows. And in a double rainbow, you see one rainbow and then you see one above or below it. And one of them is usually a little harder to see. It's a little more faded than the other one. And this wasn't like that at all. This was a rainbow going this way, and then another rainbow going this way, and a rainbow going this way, and a rainbow going this way. So rainbows going in all of these different directions, and none of them were faded. They were all super crisp, and it almost looked as if they were solid. They were so crisp, vibrant, and there were so many of them. Some were shorter than the others. And again, heading in all different directions. And I was just in awe. I was just amazed. It was just like, whoa. And in the moment, I was like, I wonder if Michelle is seeing this, because I knew she was there in my dream. She was there at this public place, but I didn't know, she wasn't with me, so I didn't know if she was seeing the rainbows or not. And so I was like, all right, I gotta get pictures of this. So I go to get my phone, and in my phone, I have this like stressful, anxious moment of trying to get my phone out and get it in place. And I can't get the camera to come up. So I feel like I gotta hurry and get these pictures or the rainbows are going to fade. And so I finally get the camera up, and sure enough, just as I get the camera up to start taking pictures, they start fading away. And I'm like, no, I got to get the pictures. And I'm trying to take pictures, and it's just taking pictures of fading rainbows. And I'm like, oh, Michelle's not going to see it. But then it's like they came back. And then not only did they come back into form, but they formed into like a lattice. They formed into this weave. They wove together. It's like the rainbows came and wove together to where it was like this. And none of the rainbows diminished. None of them disappeared. They were just as solid, just as strong when they're enmeshed like this. And I snapped pictures of that. And then they just faded away, as rainbows tend to do. And so I was like, great, I gotta go find Michelle and tell her about it. So I go walk, I head out to go look for her, and I see her off in the distance. So I get over there, head over to Michelle. Hey, babe, you gotta see, did you see the rainbows? Did you see, oh my God, it was incredible. And I can't remember if she saw the rainbows. She said she saw the rainbows or not. But I was like, you got to see these pictures. I got pictures of it. And when I walked up or came up to Michelle, she had been standing there talking to another woman. And in the dream, this other woman was a coworker. This was somebody that I worked with that I knew really, really well. We worked really close together all the time. And in fact, I remember thinking that someone would call this woman my work wife. And I remember even thinking in my dream, I wouldn't call her that. I wouldn't want Michelle to think that there was anything going on between me and this woman, because there's not. So anyway, as I get my camera out to my phone camera to go show Michelle the rainbows, this chick grabs my phone and is like, "Oh, let me see, let me see." And so she starts scrolling through my phone looking at the photos, and I'm standing there looking at her like, "Dude, I was trying to show my wife these pictures, and I didn't want to be rude. Like in the dream, I was like, well, I don't want to be rude and snatch my phone back and hand it to Michelle. And I don't really want to say anything. So I hope she'll hurry up and get through so I can grab the phone and hand it to the person I was trying to show the pictures to in the first place." And so she gets done and she hands the phone to Michelle. And Michelle goes through and looks at the photos. And then I guess fade to waking up. I guess I woke up after that because I don't remember anything else. That's really all that I remember. But I've had, since I woke up and have kind of let it sit and process and gone through some stuff throughout my morning. I've got a little gnat flying around the microphone. So if you see me swiping, that's what I'm doing. I don't know why. I guess it really likes it here. Well, hey, all right. I don't know if you could see that. So to start with, coming out of the building, so not being confined within this structured space, but getting out into the open where the people are, where there are people that are freely milling around and conversing with one another, and then getting out into the open, and that's where the rainbows are. And these are rainbows like we've never seen before. So this is something that is unprecedented. I had never seen rainbows like this. I had never heard of any rainbows like this. So I feel like there's so much symbolism that's tied in with these rainbows. And I feel it also ties into what God's been speaking to me over the past few days about the word harmony. And what does harmony mean? And harmony to me now feels like and is symbolized by the enmeshing and the weaving of these rainbows. And these rainbows are these powerful, diverse light spectrums that each of us is. Each of us is this individual spectrum of possibilities, spectrum of light, so diverse. I keep thinking the phrase that comes to mind that I've hated for a while now: stay in your lane. Why doesn't that actor stay in his lane? Or why doesn't that, you should just stay in your lane? You don't know what you're talking about. Well, all of us are incredibly diverse, multifaceted beings, and we've got so much richness to us, and it's embodied by, or symbolized by rather, a rainbow, that rainbow of possibilities. And this rainbow not only represents individuals, it represents the different directions that people are taking, the different directions people are coming from, the different directions that groups are headed in, the different directions, the different placements, different places, different directions, different perspectives coming together in their beauty, in their respective beauty. So this can be a domain of politics where this group comes from. It can be a domain of healthcare where this one is coming from. It can be more of a domain of caring specifically for children directly. That's the domain here. This domain over here is journalism. This domain over here is more along the lines of animal rights. This domain is more along the lines of living in peace with your neighbor. I mean, there's just countless different ways that these different spectrums of possibilities are coming together in all of their solid, crisp, clear, crystal clear beauty meshing together. So this represents to me, that's the harmony of all of these different perspectives that are now happening. If you're paying attention, if we're paying attention today, we can see that there are people, groups, entities coming from different areas, different places, different perspectives, different domains that are weaving together this beautiful tapestry, this mosaic that incorporates the world that we want to see. It incorporates the beauty of life. It incorporates peace and joy and love and hope. So more and more as we pay attention, we'll hear voices that are speaking things that we never would have thought we had heard from those people. We will see things happening in realms that we never could have predicted before, that we never would have thought possible. But now when we pay attention, we'll notice that there are different perspectives, different paradigms, different realms coming together, different domains, weaving together this beautiful tapestry of life and possibilities we never, ever imagined before. We are absolutely getting to a place of where we are leaving behind the old world. We are moving into new possibilities, and that's what these rainbows represent. And so as we move beyond into my dream and I move beyond to what some of this stuff could symbolize, looking for my wife, I feel like she, in the dream, she's symbolic of the people that I care about, the people that we care about, the people that are in our lives, that are around us, that are close to us, family, friends, people that we want to be connected with what we're connected with, resonating with what we're resonating with, feeling what we're feeling, seeing what we're seeing. We want them along with us. Like, are you seeing this? Are you freaking seeing this, man? That's what Michelle represented. And we're looking for those people and we're seeking them out to show them, look, do you see it? Did you see this post on Facebook? Do you see what just happened? How amazing is that? Do you see what this person said? Do you see what this person had to say about RFK Jr., who's never mentioned RFK Jr. at any point in time, but now they've posted something about RFK Jr. because RFK Jr. is speaking to, in this specific video, RFK Jr. is speaking about connecting with the divine in nature. Whew. Boom. What public leader do we hear conveying speaking messages about connecting with the divine in nature, and with such passion, just moved emotionally, to where even Tucker Carlson was moved emotionally by what RFK Jr. had to say and how he said it, how he brought it with his energy. So I've seen people posting posts about RFK Jr. on my Facebook that I've never seen before. And I would notice, because big RFK Jr. fan, not a secret, so much of what he's done and said, I have resonated with, aligned with, and advocated for, and just gotten behind so much of what he's said and done, and still is. Fired up. That's just one tiny little example. And that's just the political realm. So it can be so many other realms. As we pay attention, we'll see the rainbows. We'll see the possibilities. We'll notice God speaking to us in the divine. We'll notice when the dragonfly keeps coming by, as if, hey, I want you to see me. I want you to notice me, because there's something here about flight. There's something here about freedom that belongs to you. There's something here about possibility of moving from one place to the next without fear, but recognizing that's where I want to go. There's so many messages around us. And just as RFK Jr. said it in that video that I referenced, this short clip from an interview with him and Tucker Carlson, where he talks about connecting with the divine in nature. Nature is one of the best ways that we have conversation, or God has conversation with us. It's such a powerful, rich, incredible language, nature. There's so much there. And maybe you hear the vacuum in the background. Great. I'm at home, so you'll probably hear Jackson and Juniper and who knows. So back to the dream. Found Michelle, connected with my person that I care about, that I want to share this with. I don't have a revelation yet of what this other woman, what she represented for me or us. And by all means, if you have any sense of anything that you're feeling or you're hearing within you as you watch this video, please share it in the comments. I'm receptive. I'd love to listen and hear what you're getting. If there's anything you're getting about this other person, this woman in the dream, or any other aspect of the dream that I've shared, please share it in the comments. I appreciate it. So we are in moving forward in unprecedented moments of harmony, of unity. I think there's absolutely no accident that RFK Jr. partnering up with Trump. I mean, I don't know that a year and a half ago, there's a lot of people that would have had that on the bingo card. I think some did, and some did in a negative way that, would say Trump, RFK's always had this, but regardless, the things that he's doing in connecting with Trump and building this unity party, whatever that is and whatever that looks like, there's no accident there. There is unity being had. And here's what unity looks like. Sometimes it looks like, oh no, well, this person is over shaking hands with and partnering up and being all buddy with the bad guy or the bad guys. That's what it's going to look like a lot of times. It's going to look like we're joining up with the bad guys. Like, how could we? Because my enemy's enemy is my enemy, or whatever that. I don't even remember what that saying is, but you get it. But truly, that's not how it is, because ultimately we're not separated. Ultimately, we're one. And the only thing that divides us is our perception that we're divided. So creating that unity, that harmony, this is happening now. We get to see it, witness it, and be a part of it. We get to partner in this. And so that's the fun part, is we get to see the rainbows, but we are the rainbows, right? We get to see the rainbows, and we are the rainbows that are interlacing, interlocking together, weaving together with others that are part of this incredible journey, this beautiful, fun learning game called life. And we get to share it with one another. So I wanted to share this dream with you. Again, if you have any thoughts on symbolism or anything you were feeling, let me know. Put it in the comments. And otherwise, just reach out, message. I'd love to hear from you. I appreciate you coming along with me on this journey. Thank you for showing up. Let's continue to pay attention, catch the rainbows. Not to, I didn't mean to reference a Skittles commercial there, but, and let's be the rainbows, right? Let's be diversity, and let's weave together a beautiful tapestry in life that's unprecedented. Let's do this. Thank you so much for showing up. Here we go.